We're the pride of South Australia, and we're known as the Adelaide Crows. We're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our foes. Admiration of the nation, our determination shows. We're the pride of South Australia, we're the mighty Adelaide Crows.
Beautiful.
Oh, man. What am I doing wearing this? We gotta turn this off, man. I gotta turn this off. Sorry, boys, but I can't stand it anymore.
Can't take it.
Oh,
He's gonna have a breakdown.
Thank God that's off.
Here we are. We made it through.
You know, you're a man of your word, Chris. I have to give it to you, mate. You lost the bet. You're wearing the colours. That's fantastic to see. Welcome to the Crows squad.
Never thought I'd see the day. 12
man.
years. Never thought I'd see this happen. So there we go.
I want to just say a quick thank you to Mark Johnsy, who's in the chat, that let me borrow his scarf. Even though I don't like the scarf, but yeah, thanks, champ. Thanks. Welcome to the show, guys. That was tough to sit through. That song and the scarf was tough. That was tough.
So you got to wear the scarf the whole podcast. So that's the bet.
All right. I will. Even though it's burning my skin, man. It's burning my skin.
You're gonna have a wrap.
For any new subscribers, you better explain what happened and why you're in this situation, Chrissy.
Basically, I'm a Port supporter, and I was very confident my team would win. And me and Johnny, him being a Crows supporter, we put a bet on saying if whoever loses has to wear the team that we support a scarf. So if Port would have won, John would have wore the Port scarf, but that didn't happen. And
Fortunately, it didn't, my friend.
Unfortunately, as you can see, Chris is scarred for life. Scarred for life.
Yes.
Oh man, what a weekend of footy, man! What a weekend!
What a weekend! It was. Round 3 was good, really good.
It was good, man. And it was a lot of upsets.
Tipping not so good, but footy was good.
Tipping was Hess. Tipping was so bad. Did we all get 3 out of 9?
All got 3.
I think us 3 got 3, but we were disgraced.
Wait, where's the tipping ladder? I'll quickly bring the tipping ladder up just because we're talking about it. So we got Dougie on top of the ladder.
Knock me off.
We got King of the North 4th. What's happened to front bums? He was first. You know what I mean?
First to 4th, King of the North. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. In 1 week, I can't believe it.
And you got KP. KP's gone up. He's gone to 12th.
I know, he's above me, man.
I know, man. I know. And then the bottom of the ladder, you got me at 23. 23. What is going on? And then you got Team Thos at 19th. Alia, 18th. Damn, down the bottom still. Mate,
it's still very tight though. The tipping, it's still anyone's game.
Oh yeah.
What a disgrace! What a disgrace! What a disgrace!
What a disgrace!
What a disgrace! What you know what I mean? Like it's just you just can't pick it, man. And that was one of the hardest rounds to pick. So I was surprised in a lot of games. But you know what was good about this weekend? I'll tell you what was good about this weekend. The fact that we got to day 4, the 10. Johnny G's 10K and 10 bet, day 4, ladies and gentlemen, day 4. So if you're following us,
we're up to bet 4.
We're up to bet 4. So if you're following us, guys, congratulations. Stick with us this weekend. Bet 4 will go down. Now, welcome, King of the North. I didn't say welcome. So the King of the North, how are you, man?
The King of the North.
How are you going?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad.
Another exciting round of footy, and I added the hat this time. I only had the scarf last week, but I've got the hat this time, so I'll add an extra bit every time they win this year. So I'll just be covered under a blanket of Carlton by the end of the year. So
You look good, man. It goes with your eyes.
thank you
It
very
suits
much.
you better than what this suits me. So anyway,
It does.
Johnny G, obviously Johnny G can't say he's on top of the moon. He only got 3 tips, but he's still loving it, aren't you?
Never seen him smile so much.
I actually tipped Port, guys, so Port would lose because every time I tip Port, they lose. So I thought, I'd waste a tip. I'll tip Port, get a win for the Crows, take one for the team.
Yep.
There you go. It all worked out. And I'll tip Port all year so they have a shocking year. So don't worry about it, lads.
Can you please not tip Port ever again? Please. Please, man. Far out. Anyway, what I am this week is
Le who? The her.
the chat is going crazy, guys. Fuck, I don't even know how to read all this, man. Go the front bums. Dale reckons, how good was Jimmy? Damn, Nick saved his career. Don't at me goes, yep, coaching, great coaching display. Well done, Johnny G, Chrissy and KP. Chris, I've never seen a scarf look so good on someone. I'll take it easy, man. And GT23, the only shining light about the bet. So, guys, welcome to the chat. We're going to go through the games now, and just our normal spill. So, first game, me and Johnny G did a watch along for this game. It was the Dogs versus the Lions at Marvel Stadium. Johnny G, you actually got this tip right. 67-53. Dogs won. What did you think of this one?
It was an exciting game, wasn't it? We did the watch along. Dogs sort of held the front all game. Brisbane, this game probably tells you a lot that Brisbane are struggling to win away from home, I reckon. So it was a must-win for the Doggies. They got the 4 points. Neil had a great game on 31, but it was the only Brisbane line to actually do decent in possession-wise. The rest were all Doggies with Dale, McRae, Liberatore, Montempelli, Trelaw, Richards, all getting high near the 30s. Goal kickers, Hugo Hagen kicked 5 goals and proved to be the best on ground, I reckon, and won the game for the Doggies.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he? He was taking marks, and it was a boring game, as you said, man. Like, we were bored, weren't we, when we were watching it? Brisbane just play this boring game at the moment. I'm not excited about them at all. So, but the Bulldogs, they needed that win, didn't they? They needed to bounce back and win, which they did. Now, don't tell me, I'm not sold on the Bulldogs by any chance. There's no way I think they're still making finals, but that was a good win. It was a good win. They needed that win, and I think Brisbane are in a bit of strife because they got Collingwood this week. So, don't know where Brisbane goes from here.
After their performance last week and the press conference, and they were pretty down, and they really had to turn it around. So it looks like they did it for the fans at home. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, Brisbane are a bit more hype than we thought. So we thought they were going to be much better than this. So
yeah.
Where do we think Brisbane's at, boys? Are they going to be a finals contention, or if they can only play at home?
I don't know. We'll see what Collingwood does to them this week.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
probably still top 8 at this stage, but yeah, let's see.
It's still early. It's still early to say, but I'll probably still have in my 8. But
top 4 is
No.
I mean, it's hard to say. It's only round 3, but it's hard to say. But I don't think they need to start playing like, I don't know, man. They play this really boring for footy. Like, I don't know. It was so boring. How boring was that game? Was it boring?
Yeah.
It was boring, man.
And it's strange because Brisbane have got a lot of exciting players, you know what I mean? So they got Cameron, they got Zorko, they got Neil. Even that Will Ashcroft looks like an exciting player, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not much excitement to watch at all. Yeah. So
Well,
maybe the travel knocks it out of them.
Don't at me reckons 200 is too conservative. Could be 300. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, we're talking about The chat's going crazy, man. I can't even keep up with it. It's gone nuts. All right. Well, the next game we actually watched this one as well. We had bets on these two games as well with the 10K and 10 bets. The next one was Friday night at the G. It was the Pies versus the Tigers, and the Pies got it done in a low-scoring affair. It was 8 goals, 15 to 7-7. So Collingwood did miss a lot of shots. So they were very unlucky to not blow that game out of the water. I really think Collingwood should have smashed them by way more than what they did. But they still look like a head above the rest, I think. And Collingwood is the real deal.
Yeah, I mean,
they both got a really fast running game as well, so it was a good test.
100%. Obviously, Richmond had a couple of outs with Hopper and Martin. Not sure if that would have affected the end result, but to go out a big game. Same with Nick Dacos again, getting 33 touches. Obviously, the favourite for the Brownlow now. So, Mitchell looks really good moving into that midfield role for Collingwood. But like I said, they could be the real deal, boys. Collingwood.
Mitchell looked great, man. Mitchell looked great. He was always at the ball. Man. If they were accurate, I'm telling you, it would have been another blowout. They would have blown Richmond away. That's how good they are. So
they kicked 15 behind. So
so I'm saying that it was like something like 3 goals, 12 or something at one stage. So I mean,
you never really thought Richmond was going to win it. They were hanging in there, but you never thought they were going to.
I think because all the misses, it gave Richmond a bit of hope, and then they came back a little bit. But I mean, Richmond still got a quality side. Don't get me wrong. But are they Collingwood type? Nah, not at this stage anyway. At the game. So
both teams played finals, eh?
Yeah.
Collingwood did lose their ruckman to injury.
Cameron's out. I'm not sure how long.
We'll have to see what they do. They traded with their ruckman, and now they've got an injured ruckman. But anyway, it's we'll see how much their depth is. But I think they're still fairly strong.
Not sure how long he's going to be out for, Cameron. But was it a knee injury?
Yep.
Something with the knee, but
that's a big loss, man. He's a good.
And he started the year off really well, so
they get a lot of they win a lot of the taps with him. So I don't know who have they got. They got Cox. They can go in there, I guess, but he's not really
he's not really good in the ruck. Cox. He's
not that great in the ruck.
Decent mark, but
So before we keep going, Zakal says hello to everyone. How are you, Zakal? Jimmy T, Gabba Specialist, GT23 reckons. And my sister, Fatina Christopoulos, is in the chat. And she writes,
welcome.
He's wearing a crow scarf, man.
Speechless. She's speechless.
And then she goes, what are you wearing, bro? And then Don't At Me goes, his favourite scarf, Fatina. No, not my favourite scarf.
Never leave this down.
He looks good in it, Fatina. He looks good in it.
Oh my God. No, I lost the bet, so I'm a man of my word, and that's why I'm wearing it. But hey, one day it's going to be Johnny G wearing a port scarf. That's what I want to see. So it's going to happen one day.
Maybe one day we'll lose a showdown again. And,
you definitely will one day. We'll have to happen.
one day.
All right. So the next game was on Saturday.
Collingwood's the real deal for sure. I agree.
Collingwood guys. Richmond. Anything about Richmond? No.
They're okay.
I think they come across an informed Collingwood. You know what I mean? It's hard to write them off after a loss. They only lost by 14 points, but
that's right.
Yeah, I know, but it should have been more, as I said. But
should have been more, but I think Richmond will be fine. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah,
they're going to be up there.
They'll be up there, but I don't think they can. I don't know. Unless Collingwood gets injuries, I don't know if they'll challenge Collingwood.
Well, you can't pick any team to challenge them at the moment. So
not right now. But it is a long season and things can change. But right now, Collingwood is number one. All right.
Oh, this yes game.
So this is a game that I thought was a lock. I didn't think Hawthorn would win a game for at least 10 rounds.
They didn't look like it,
But
did they?
guess what? Hawks
Yeah,
won
they do.
by 19 points, 80 over 61. They scored 11 goals, 14, 9 goals, 7. What a win by the Hawks. I didn't get to watch this one because I was out with my beautiful, beautiful fiance, Amanda. Did anyone watch this one?
I was listening to this one on the radio. Yeah, it was sort of a seesawing game, really. Hawks getting their first win over at Tassie. They do like playing in Tasmania, but they played well, man. They got most of the possessions. They dominated the stats. North. Only Sheasel, the youngsters, stepped up for North Melbourne, really, which says a lot where they're at. And Hawthorn got one over their old boss, Alistair Clarkson.
Yeah,
well, that was probably a good reason for them to step up because and a bit of a reality check for Kangaroos as well. But you want to stick it to your old coach, don't you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but like, didn't North Melbourne drop a player? What was his name? The midfielder?
Davis Uniacke.
Yeah, like losing him, that's a huge loss. And it was a huge loss to me because I had him in my Supercoach team, which Johnny did beat as well this week. So very upset. But
It was a great weekend.
So yeah, like losing him is a big loss in that midfield after what we saw in the first couple of weeks. That did probably play a role, but I mean, credit.
Some people reckon that he's on 6 votes already in the Brownlow.
Well, there you go. A huge loss. If I knew that he wasn't playing, I wouldn't have still gone for Hawthorn. I just thought they were rubbish last week. So
they were rubbish.
You don't know. Like this week, North have got, they've got a bit of a tough game, but you just don't know, man. Every week is so different. So any team can win on any given day. So, good. Well done to the Hawks. I've got a cousin in Queensland that loves the Hawks, and we've got Mr. Dean Cocos, our good friend over in Perth that loves them. So they would have been wrapped with that win. I still think the Hawks are Hess. I don't think if they win next week, I'll be mind blown if they win next week. So, I don't know, man. I didn't watch the game. So, all right. Well, if you guys want to move to the next game, it was the GWS Giants versus the Carlton Blues. This game was in the balance the whole way.
There was controversy in this game, wasn't there?
There was controversy at the end. What happened at the end? There was a free kick awarded to Carlton.
What
or something?
Before we get into it, what is the dissent rule going
that's
on?
Right.
Dissent.
So if you disagree with the umpire, right? What happens is
or you make a hand gesture or you do anything
at all. It's like, what are you talking about? Like that wasn't it.
Yeah.
They will call that dissent and give you a 50, which is bullshit. Which is absolute bullshit because I was watching the Sunday Footy show and Kane Corns. I don't know how many people like him, but Kane Corns was saying that there was other players doing the same thing in that very game or other games, and no free kick was given. So they were saying it's not about the rule; it's about the consistency. Like if you're going to penalise him for that, then you got to look at all the other ones and penalise that one. You know what I mean? You can't just do it for one, and it keeps the players a more confused. You know what I mean? So.
In the St Kilda game I went to in round 1, they had 3 dissent calls and gave 3 50s, and it changed the game. Definitely.
Well, GWS might have lost. Probably lost because of that. That could have been the thing.
So you don't have to say a word, right? You just have to go.
Yep.
And that's dissent.
That's it. Yep.
Apparently now you just got. You can't even. Even if you
But
think you can't even argue anything. That's the
no.
bullshit thing about it. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
They
but
should
it's a competitive game, and you get frustrated sometimes. And as long as you're not verbally attacking the umpire, you should be able to like put your hands on your head or go like this, or
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
for sure.
Oh my god. Dale goes, haha, COVID.
Crovid.
Like COVID. And everyone's laughing. My only heart, yeah.
Well, I didn't watch the game, Coffee. You would have watched it, and how was
Yeah,
the
just
Carlton Blues there?
they're just really, both teams are really good, really fast. GWS play well at home, so they were, just seesaw game. And they're just young and both can run the ball really fast. So yeah, it was a good game. So not surprised that it was close. And us going away and playing away from home is normally like if you looked at that last year, it would have been a loss for sure. But yeah, we're putting 4 quarters together now, so we're able to stick it out. We'd be losing it in the third quarter last year, and just going to sleep in the third quarter, but not this time. So it's just that little bit extra that he's put in, and paying benefits 3 and 3.
And I see Cripps with 42 disposals, huh? And Doherty
What?
with
Had a
39.
blinder. Had a blinder. Yeah.
Doherty got 39. So
Some of the goals that he kicked, just unbelievable from all over the place. So
yeah, so Kerno's on fire too for you guys, getting a couple more goals. The Blues are looking good. I have to admit, they're looking good.
Yeah.
Big win for the Blues. They're traveling pretty good. If you're a GWS supporter, you'd be a bit ticked off, but good on the Blues. I'm happy they won. I like Carlton. I think I'm sick. I've been sick of them being down the bottom, so it's nice to see them jump up a bit. So
yeah, my old man's a Carlton man, so happy with him as
Amanda loves Carlton. She's grown up barracking for them. So they're looking good, man. They're looking good. They're not going to be easy beats, but
when was the last time Carlton won a flag?
1995 was the last time.
Wow, they're due. They're due.
Yeah, a lot of teams are due, man.
But that's more than the Crows, man. The Crows we're like
they're 98.
We're 25 years. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, but you've made a grand final. You've made prelims. They haven't even done that.
Yeah.
They've only gone to like maybe a final here and there. They haven't gone far into finals for a long time. So the Blue supporters, they've been, to see a premiership would be, for them would be amazing. But I just can't see anyone right now beating Collingwood. So,
but if you look at Carlton, they got a decent defense. They've got a very good midfielder, and now they've got actually a very good forward line. You know what I mean?
They do.
They've got small forwards. They've got a great midfield. They got Wiedering down back with Doherty, and that they've actually got the team.
They defend well
to go the distance.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They could be the dark horse of this comp. I'm telling you now, Carlton.
You never know, man. If imagine it's Collingwood Carlton grand final, that would be huge. That would be ridiculous. That would be massive. Like
I'll be hitting up Goffey to get those extra tickets, man.
Mate, we're gonna go over for that one. Come on, Goffey, get us into the medallion section of the grand final. That would be a crazy grand. Wouldn't that be a crazy grand final?
Yeah, man, my next baby's due around the grand final, so I'm in trouble there.
I'm telling you. Before we go, man, there's a few chats. So Crows will be the 2003 premiers, Dale reckons.
2023 this year?
Yeah, that's what he reckons.
100% agree. 100% agree.
500 frees a game. That's what Don't At Me reckons, and he agrees with Dale. So.
I love the Crows fans tonight. They're up in arms.
they're up and about, the Crows fans. They probably think I'm a Crows fan, but I'm not. All right, take it easy. Take it easy.
He really is. He's in the closet, guys. In the closet.
No.
Should we get the St Kilda Essendon game out
Yeah. St Kilda, Essendon. Here we go, guys. It was a tight game as well, but St Kilda held strong, defeating Bombers 92-74. I was looking at this game as well. I watched a bit of the highlights. I mean, in the beginning, there was 2 50-meter penalties given to St Kilda for basically the same thing. And when you start giving those away, it's hard to win, man. So, and that's what the margin was at the end, pretty much nearly, was it 2 goals? Yeah, or something like that. So,
and then the last quarter they kicked 3 goals in a row. So that was pretty much
yeah, it was a close game though. It was even. There's a lot of even. Yeah, but
so you're telling me when the grand final comes, right? And it's a close, tight game, and then there's a bad call, and one of the, obviously humans, we get frustrated, and he waves his arm a little bit. They're going to give him 50-meter penalty on the grand final day. It could change the game.
Possibility.
Very possible, man. But I reckon what happens is, like, in the start of the season, for some reason, like they test all these rules out, and then when people start to hate it and they see numbers drop off in ratings, they stop it. That's what they do, man. 100%. That's what they do. So
yeah, and there's no consistency at all with the rule.
I know.
Well, St Kilda don't really beat Essendon. Apparently, it's a big win for the Saints. Apparently, Essendon had the wood over him for a long time. So,
yeah,
and
Saints,
maybe Saints are the real deal.
Maybe
Who knows?
Saints are winning with all their players out.
Yeah,
that's a scary thing.
They've got 5 out. They've got 5 debutants in, and they're struggling to get the top players are struggling to get back in. So it's a pretty good sign.
And Steele wasn't Steele out? Steele was out.
Steele was out. King's out. I think there's a whole list that's out. It's just
yeah.
They're flying under the radar, Saints, aren't they?
We'll wait and see when they can beat like a top 8 team. That's when it's going to you'll really know if they're there. They're still, who have they beaten? Essendon,
Freo, Essendon,
Freo House. I'm sorry, I watched we'll talk about that game, but their house. Who else? Who else they beat? Who they beat last week?
I think Hawthorn, maybe, or
yeah.
No, maybe not Hawthorn.
Who'd they beat? They beat like a lower side. So,
who was it? Who did I say?
They beat the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
they beat the Bulldogs. All right, I'll read the comments, guys. They're getting upset because I'm not reading the comments. So, Dale reckons I'm a closet Crows fan. I'm like, all right. And then by 32. What do you mean by 32?
Oh my God, Crows by 32.
Oh, why don't you just write it together?
I did.
Oh my God, Chris, get a rhythm with the chat. They said, and then Dale goes, yeah, pass your Crovid off as mine. What a Chris. I'm a nice guy. Yeah. Alfred can read the chats, GT. I should read the chats. I like Dickie Knee. Dickie Knee. Don't let me go scream them out, Amanda. And GT23 goes Saints on top, Lions, genius. Yeah, Amanda, go for it. Don't give her ideas, all right? She told me Ronaldo was in Adelaide the other day.
Yeah, how did you believe that, man?
Well, she doesn't lie to me. Now I won't believe anything she says.
He actually
You've cried wolf now.
She goes, Ronaldo's just signed Andrew's Guernsey. I'm like, he's a really nice guy. I'm like, what would he mean, Ronaldo? Yeah, from Manchester. I'm like, what? What? I'm like, I don't think so. He's just like, yeah. She got me good. But anyway, so the Saints are looking good. The Bombers, I still think, are Hess. They're competitive, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like they
came back. They came back in that game, but then they got blown out the water again. So
yeah, I think they're still developing. They're not going to make finals, but I don't think so. But
I didn't think Saints were going to make the finals, but by looks of it, they look like they're going to make top 8.
Well, here we are. So now look, man, I've been trying to stop this game from coming up because I really don't want to talk about it. But here we go. So, the showdown.
Turn your scuff up the other way, Johnny G.
The showdown, and guess what? The
The old
Crows
There we
won.
go.
The Crows
That's
won.
the one.
The Crows won 86 to 117. What a game. What a disappointment. If you're me. Johnny G, look, your guys won. Let me know exactly what you think. Did you watch the game back? I know you were out. What do you
Well,
think of the game?
I was at a wedding, and it didn't deter me from watching it. I was watching it on my phone with many others watching it on their phones at this wedding, so it was just a bad timing of a wedding. But yeah, man, it was in the balance for most of the game, like all the way up to the three quarter time, and then I don't know what happened.
Raw, 3/4 time. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, in the last quarter, we just blew you out of the water. It was relentless, and the Crows, man, we looked too fast and too strong in that last quarter. I wish we could play 4 quarters and do that all the time, but we can't. We're not there yet. But it's a small glimpse into what the Crows can do. We're coming along. We're coming along nicely. We should be 2 wins and 1 loss. We should have beaten GWS. But look, we got to build from here. I think we should keep going with this. And look, my prediction of top 8 is still strong, I reckon.
Yeah, you guys. Look, I was at the game and I was watching you guys closely. You guys, you might think that it was a close game, but the way I watched you guys play, you just at the you guys were really hard at the contest. Like when the ball was dropped, you guys were winning the ball a lot of the times in the air. We looked second rate in the air. Like ball was coming into our 50. You guys were just marking it out so easily. We had no pressure on you guys, and that goes down to our defense. And you guys have got killer forward line. I thought Rochelle for you guys, number 8, he was good. Like if there was one player I thought was really good, it was Rochelle in that midfield. Like he just knows where to stand, knows where to go, and he was hard at it. He was mate. And I know he got an injury. Didn't he get injured? He got a hammy or something?
Yeah. Well, we don't know the full extent yet.
Oh, man, he was great. But look, our boys, what can I say, man? Like, how can you, put it this way, how can you go be in the game, right, and then get done by over 5 goals like that? Like, drop your heads. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how can, like, you're supposed to be, this is the time, Ken's last year, and that's what you push up, that's what you dish out. It's bullshit, man. And we've seen it all before, mate. Seen it all before. It's the same shit every year. Do you blame the coach? Yeah, you got to blame the coach. He's been there. He's been there now. This is like his 11th year. And we've seen it before, guys. As I said, we've seen it too many times. I understand you're going to blame the players, but when does the buck stop with the coach? You know what I mean? And it's the same kind of footy, man. It's the same footy. It's the same every year, man. Happened at the prelim 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. It happened all last year. The only guys that can hold their head high, I'll tell you right now, is Rosie and Sam Powell-Pepper. Those two there, they played Port Adelaide way. And the other thing that pisses me off is they're wearing the prison bars. Now, don't get me wrong, I love history and I love the jumper, right? I do. But after you got beaten by the Pies the week before and you want to go wear that the next week, you shouldn't have worn it. You should never wear it because you're giving it a bad name now. You know what I mean? And you should be ashamed. They should be ashamed of themselves the way they capitulated in that last quarter wearing the bars. And it's not good enough. So look, I don't know where they go from here. He's lucky it's round 3. I would have got rid of him now and then just start again. But I watched the reserves before the game. We were getting pumped by the Crows. It was like a 100-point loss nearly. Where's our talent? We've got no talent underneath us, man. Who's going to come up and replace these players? No, there's no one. We've got no youngsters coming up. They're too young, these guys. And that's the problem. And then you look at how we got Horn Francis and all these and Rioli. We sold the farm to get Horn Francis. I mean, he's going to be a good player. He's going to take time to develop, but like. Next year, we got no draft picks. Who we got? Nothing. We sold them all. So I can see if we don't do something, and I don't know, like we could be like a Hawthorn in the next couple of years. You know what I mean? I don't know, because I can see Boak. If you watch Boak play, sorry, I'm ranting, but Boak looked. I know I'm not gonna say he's done because he's still injured, but I think that you never know. He might be done nearly. We don't know. We'll see how he goes 35. This year. Hey?
He's 35.
He's 35. So, and then you got Tom Jonas. I just think he's a great bloke. I've met the guy, top guy. But as captain, I just don't see him leading us, man. I just did not see it. I like what Crows have done, man. They've said, we're going to put someone like Dawson in. It's a ballsy move because he's only been there for 1 year. But, man, you can see the way they play for him, man. They play together as a unit, and he leads them. So we need fresh ideas. We need a new start. It's stale at Port Adelaide. And I think #Hinkley out. That's what I think. I think that's where to go. And new captain. We just need a new, because we got a good list. Our list, like our seniors list, is a good list. It's a great list. Like, how can you not perform with that list? Is my question. They put Jonas on Rankin. There's no way Jonas is going to play on Rankin. Come on, like, why would you put him on Rankin? And then they try to put Farrell on him. Farrell can't play down back. When's Farrell ever played down back?
He's too agile for those type of players,
Yeah, so it just miss. There was a lot of coaching mistakes. We just weren't hard enough at the ball. Our entries into 50s were shit. I mean, Dixon and all those forwards tried, but when you're getting it, when you're getting it up in the air into a pack, it's very hard to mark. Well, you guys were getting laced out passes, and you guys just looked better. Like, I think you guys played better majority of the match. So, do you have any stats there, like contested ball or anything like that? Because I can't remember what that was. But anyway, Port are in a bit of trouble, and we'll see what happens next week. It just gets harder and harder from here. So,
yeah, I mean, the Crows had 20 more contested possessions.
Yeah,
but the stats otherwise than that, we only had 40 more disposals than you. A little bit better in efficiency. Obviously, Laird 26, Sloan 22, and Hinge got 21, and Rosie got 28 from Port Adelaide, with Houston and Wines getting 21 apiece.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Goffy? Did you watch the match at all? Or?
Yeah, I was listening to it all the way through, and it looked okay until the start of the fourth quarter. So it was just an even game, and could have gone anyway, and then it was all over. So, but yeah, there's something wrong with either the players or the coaching. Like, whatever he said at 3/4 time, there was nothing. So yeah.
It's like the 1%ers Port weren't winning at all. Those 1%ers, But Crows, great effort, really proud of my lads. We were very hard on the football. We all over Port. A bit like Port were to Brisbane, you know what I mean? And they're round one. So it looks good for Crows. I wouldn't write Port off completely. They have to turn it around quickly, I reckon. If they let this drag on, another year wasted for sure. So
Yeah.
And they've got to get harder on the ball. They've got to be in amongst the contested possession. They've got to, and they just drop on the head too easy. So they've just got to.
Yeah. No, I agree with you guys. It's we're at a stalemate here. So if they want to make salvage this season, starts this Saturday night against Sydney Swan. So no easy games, but I'll read some of the chats quickly. The crowd was quiet, Dan reckons, and he reckons at 12, Paul were up 12 minutes to go. They were up. We were up. And what happened? They dropped their heads, man. They dropped their heads. Whose fault's that? Like, who's telling them to drop their heads? Why aren't they playing tough, aggressive football? Like, what the Crows could do it? What's going on? Phil Thorpe ran mucks in that back line, in our back line. So
12 minutes to go and the Crows win by 31 points is huge, man.
oh, it's huge, man. We just stopped. How can you just stop like that? Like, it's unforgivable, man. That is unforgivable. I'm sorry, it is. Thoughts on that free kick to Sam PP ended up being a goal for holding the ball when he was a mark. Do you remember that? Do you remember that when that happened?
Well, I was watching. It was hard for me to gauge the game. I was at a wedding, so
Basically, a Crows player took a mark in our forward 50, and then he went to go play on, and then Sam Pepper tackled him, and it was a holding the ball. So Johnsy reckons that, that shouldn't happen, and Don't At Me agrees with Johnsy. Terrible call.
if they think that, I agree with them as well.
GT23 reckons prison bars crack me up every time. Look, man, I prefer not to wear them, to tell you the truth. I prefer not to wear them.
Ever?
So, yeah, look, I'll tell you one thing. We were at the game.
There's no heritage round anymore. So
No, but we don't have to wear it, man. Like, we're Port Adelaide. We're power now. All right? Let's just focus on the power. We're not to forget our heritage, but like, it doesn't. I don't care about the jumper, man. All I care about is winning. That's all I care about. Don't care about the jumper. Don't give a shit about anything else but winning. And when you focus too much on bullshit, which is, I'm not saying it's bullshit, but like, when you focus too much on other things, then winning becomes secondary, and it shouldn't. Winning is number one. And that's it. So I just think they should. Don't worry about prison bars. Don't worry about anything else. Just play fucking game. What do you say? So yeah, prison bars crack me up. Yeah, I'll say they are not even prison bars. They're wharf docks from Port Adelaide. They are. They're wharf pylons. They're not prison bars.
He's very passionate now that he's a Crow supporter, Johnny G.
And then GT reckons that. Don't At Me reckons Jonas Hess. I agree. That's what I'm thinking, Chris. Hesley out, not Hinkley.
Hesley out.
Hesley. Mark, I'm gonna do that now. Hinkley out, Hesley out.
out.
Dan Weekers, wise guy, the wisest. John G reckons wearing prison bars was just asking for a bumming. Yeah, true.
It was asking.
The soaps, the lightning strike jumpers are better anyway. Yeah, exactly. So let me just tell you before we go to the next game. I was at the game, and there was one really cool thing. Like, when the entrance of Port Adelaide, when they came out, it was so cool, man. Like, they had, I don't know, they had like the video and the horn of the port of the boat of a ship going, and like, oh man, it was just something about it. And whoever made that, like, that media, whoever made that video package and the way the entry was spot on, man. And it's unfortunate that they had to play like shit to honor that entrance. Do you know what I mean? Because that entrance was the best entrance. The best entrance I've ever seen at a game, bar none, at an AFL game. Telling you now, the best. I had goosebumps all over. Okay, and yeah, so you started off on a high watching that, and then walking back to the car was the worst walk I've ever had in my life. So, but
there's gonna be a Brownlow category for best entrance as well this year.
That's right. But anyway, congratulations to the Crows. I'm happy for John. I'm happy for you guys that you won. We didn't deserve to win, and
Johnny G.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We'll see you next. We'll see you next showdown, whenever that is, at the end of the year. We don't know what's going to happen then, but yeah, congratulations and
thank you very much.
What can I say, man? I've said enough.
Welcome to the Crows Brigade.
Yeah.
This is the last time you see me wearing Crow stuff.
This will never be the same again after seeing this.
If we win the next one, you got to wear the Guernsey and the beanie, so there'll be more
beanie and the cap.
A Guernsey? You want me to wear a Guernsey? Oh my god! All right, man. All right. Well, yeah. Well, look, it was, as I said, 50,000 people there, packed.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about it, guys? Do you want to move on?
Very happy.
Next game.
Moving on. Very happy.
All right. Now the next game, I was depressed after when this game was on, but this was the Suns versus Geelong. Can you believe Geelong? I mean, I can believe Port Adelaide, but I can't believe Geelong. 73-54, beaten by the Gold Coast Suns. I reckon Johnny G last week said this is a danger game for Geelong. I remember him saying, you did say that, Johnny. You did.
You did. And I tipped the Suns as well.
There you go.
It's the only tip I got. But,
who tips the Suns, man? Are you crazy? Why would you tip the Suns after that hack? It's their big.
Because I watched it. I watched Geelong the week before, and they were Hez.
Yeah, that's right. I watched a bit of this game, and Gold Coast looks so much faster than Geelong.
Yeah,
Geelong is slow.
So,
and this is the problem with Geelong, that they've now shown it 2 weeks in a row that they're big and they're slow and they're old, and these young teams are running rings around them, and they're not fast on the contested ball. They're relying on their big guys to get them down to the end and make that kick, and it just doesn't work anymore. They've got to. They're not quick enough.
Yeah, they're pretty slow.
Exactly what we touched on last year. We were thinking Geelong may be too slow and end up proving us all wrong and winning the flag. But maybe they peaked just enough to get a flag.
Just to get Selwood a premiership, and then they've just fallen off the edge.
Yeah, they've fallen off the perch now. So
yeah.
Worry signs there.
I mean, Tom Stewart in the back line got the most posies, didn't he? Like 30.
Got 29 touches, I think.
Yeah, that's massive. So he would have been playing overtime in the back line.
Yeah,
and they didn't like the Suns. The Suns didn't play that bad the week before. They played okay the week before, so they've been playing okay footy. So yeah, I was pretty confident about that.
Yeah, it looks like Rao's back to his best again, getting 24 touches as well. But yeah, like you said, man, they look old, they look slow. A lot of players in their 30s, man. A lot of players. So is a rebuild coming from just winning a flag? There's no dynasty. No dynasty.
No dynasty here. No dynasty. No. They're not anywhere near what they were last year. Imagine they finish. I mean, I'll bring the ladder up after we finish. But yeah, they're actually bottom of the ladder.
Could you pick them the only team not to win a game so far? They're the only team not to win.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I thought Port was going to be 0-5. So to not be down there is amazing for us. So
we all had them in the top 4. Are they even going to make the 8?
I don't know, man. I just can't wait for Port to play them because it's going to be like the Hess game.
Port win, man.
Port win for sure.
I'm going to tip Port so John can win.
Don't say that. Don't let me reckon Tom Stewart out, isn't he? No, he came back in.
Is he out again?
Is he? No, he goes. Isn't he out? But he's
no, he come back.
He came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So first premiership in 47 years to go 0-3 the following season. Oh man. So in the first premiership team to go 0-3 the following season in 47 years. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, good on Gold Coast. I'm happy they won. I didn't tip them. And I was thinking about it all week, and I should have went with my gut feeling, and I didn't. But I'm happy for them, and good on them, man. Good on the Gold Coast.
they might be tough to beat over there.
Yeah. They looked all right, man. Coach just played up front.
The coach scored like how many goals? He scored a few goals.
Double check, but I remember seeing him up front, and I thought that was a great move because he's a pretty good kick.
Didn't he kick like 5 goals?
Yeah, he kicked 5 goals too. So
that's massive.
They made the move to put him down forward, and he kicked 5 goals too. So 9 marks. That's a big game for someone playing up forward.
I mean, he's a gun, man.
I think Cameron's injured as well. So
wow, he's their best player so far by a mile.
Yeah.
So when he was playing Carlton, he done something to his ribs, and he was struggling a bit, even though he kicked 6 goals on the night. But you could see that he was struggling. So maybe it's kicked over into the following week. So yeah,
I won the watch. There you go.
Yeah.
Gold Coast are not going to be easy beats over there.
No.
So
the Melbourne Demons smashed the Cows team.
Hey?
Where's the cow this week? Is he coming in to see his beloved Sydney Swans?
I know, man. I was upset about this one because I had tipped Melbourne and then listened to Johnny G. Oh yeah, Swans, man. Swans are gonna, and it was a smashing. So thanks a lot, Johnny.
It was another last quarter blowout.
It was.
Yeah,
man.
I don't think it was a flogging because I think Sydney still went all right. They played well during the day, but just Melbourne at home and the crowd and just bring them home. So
the last quarter, Melbourne just destroyed it, man. It was
blowout. Yeah, exactly.
Blowout, man.
But I wouldn't write Sydney off.
After that. They played all right footy. They did. They really did.
Mm. So Melbourne are another team that's interesting. Like, we saw them play last week against Brisbane and look pretty second rate, but at home, on their turf, they look really good. So
they got players, man. They got really good players all around, don't they? Even with out, they got Grundy there.
Yeah.
You got Oliver Petrarca. The list goes on. So
Don't at me goes. He listened to Johnny G too about Sydney. Yeah.
Just listen to us on the 10K bet. It's coming, don't worry.
10K's coming. But yeah,
I like the system. I'm working behind the scenes, and I got KP in jacuzzis. I want him in the jacuzzi all the time.
Oh mate, with a cigar. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that was the best video I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Exactly. Hugh Hefner.
That was the best.
I'm a superstitious guy, so once Kerry made the first video, he has to roll with it now. So I got to keep feeding him.
How wild was KP in that? How wild was he? Say wild.
Man, he's very Andrew Tate-ish, and his idol.
He is. He's idol. He's idol. Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. No, the D's look good at home. Swans. I mean, who knows, man? Who knows?
They'll win their fair share of games this year.
Buddy looked like he was back. Buddy was back, and he scored a few goals.
My boy Chandler, my super coach, kicked 3.
Yeah, I don't know, man. KP loves the camera. Hugh Hefner. But yeah, but the D's and the Swans, that was I thought the Swans were going to win, but oh well.
Did anyone watch the West Coast game or what?
I did.
You did?
Yes, I watched the last quarter.
I didn't watch any.
I watched the third. I watched the third and fourth quarter. West Coast, man, they put up a fight in that third quarter. They were down like 5 guys. They had like no one on the bench. They were playing They were like playing with 17 players, and West Coast were winning, man. They were coming back. And yeah, I mean, it was just too much for them at the end. But look, as much as Freo won, I don't think I don't know, they just don't have that spark they had last year. There's this one player for Freo that's really quick in the middle. I can't remember his name.
Sarong?
No, not Sarong. Not sure what his name is. Really quick. He was good, but other than that, I mean, their ruckman was good too. Darcy, I like the way he plays. He's like a real big ruckman. But I'm not really impressed with Freo. Like they could have lost that game. They could have lost. Yeah, like I want to know what GT23 has to say because, I was in that third quarter. You got to be proud of West Coast. They were down and out, man. Like they had no one on the bench. Everyone was getting injured. You had Jamie Cripps go off. You had Ryan go off. He couldn't even walk. There was other players that couldn't. Yeah, they're all gone, man. So to stick with them for a bit, Swidovsky, Swiskowski, I think that's his name. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's the guy I think that's quick.
Well, he's 26 years old, so he's been around, hasn't he? I've never really noticed him.
Man, he's quick. He was quick for Freo. But yeah, Freo, I mean, I don't know. Jay Amis is starting to flourish. I think West Coast, if you look at them long term, I think West Coast has got more upside than Freo, I think, at this point.
But it doesn't look like the team's going to do much this year.
I don't think so. I don't think Freo's going to do much. I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, it was just a boring game, man. Nothing like you can just, when you watch those games, you don't feel there's nothing riding on them.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. So, it didn't feel like the Showdown where it was full on, man. That Showdown, the Showdown was full on,
I know I'm biased, but the Showdown's the biggest rivalry in the game, I reckon.
100%.
100%. It used to be in Perth as well. It usually is in Perth as well, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, but there's something missing, man. There wasn't much excitement. I don't know. It didn't feel. I don't know. It's a shit time slot as well. Why do you play it Sunday Arvo? Play it at night time, man. It's a shit time slot as well. Like Sunday afternoon.
No one in Melbourne watches it, man.
Man. The Showdown is like on Saturday night, prime time TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put that game, but I don't know. Maybe because they're not. I don't know. Maybe they're not good. I don't know. All right. Yeah. Well, look. I don't know. Freo Eagles has the ladder. The ladder after round 3 looks like this, guys. So St Kilda is on top. Geelong is on the bottom.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Who would have thought after round 3, St Kilda would be on the top, Geelong down the bottom? I would not have thought that. So
you would never top 8 if you had to predict it for the round 3.
No way, man. And you got like Essendon in there in the 8. You got Carlton 3rd, Collingwood 2nd. Port and the Crows are like in the mid of the table, 11th and 13th. Brisbane Lions are 14th. Yeah, so I mean, look, it's still early days, but yeah, some teams that we did not think that were going to be up there. So yeah, so it's interesting times, man. So we showed the footy tipping comp before, and we'll do one more thing before we start the next round. Oh, by the way, because I just brought up damn, I want to say big congratulations to Rhea Ripley, an Adelaide girl who won the WWE SmackDown Championship. So well done, Rhea. You did us proud. You did us proud at WrestleMania. You're a legend. And good luck in the future. We'll make sure we watch you closely. Anyway, round 4.
Round 4 already, wow.
Round 4, Thursday night, starts off the Lions versus the Pies at the Gabba.
Could this be Brisbane are just killer at home?
Could this be the upset of the round so far?
It's hard. Well, look, no Darcy. Let's go for it. No Ruckman for Collingwood.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that could be a couple goals worth.
Mm.
I think this is a straightforward pick. Collingwood. I'm not getting into Chris's head again.
I wish I was.
I'm leaning towards Collingwood, but yeah, I'm not confident. Not confident at all.
I wish I was like Fahad that just picks it 16 weeks in advance, so I don't have to worry.
Well, look, if this was in Melbourne, it would be Collingwood 100%, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm still going to go. I don't like the way that Brisbane played, man. They play boring football. They're going up against a team that plays exciting football. I just can't see Brisbane winning. I just cannot see it. Can't see it.
Watch along or what?
GT23 goes, hang on, he's getting his pen out. Don't listen to us, man. Don't listen to us. No, I'm going to go. You go first.
I'm going to go Collingwood. Yeah.
How about you, Goffey?
Not confident.
Collingwood for me.
I'm confident Collingwood. I don't. Yeah, I'm confident. After what I saw, Bulldogs.
You'd be surprised if they lose this game, no?
I'll be surprised.
You would? Mm.
Don't At Me reckons Collingwood by 60. Oh.
Wow.
Johnsy reckons that he changed his tip to West Coast at the last minute. Big mistake. Poor guy.
Yeah,
it happens, man. I did it with Melbourne.
Changing things last minute can be dangerous.
Yeah, I know. All right, and so next game is on Friday night. It is North Melbourne versus Carlton. I think the King of the North will be in attendance. So we'll start with you, Mr. King. What do you think is going to happen this game?
I will be in attendance, and Carlton will demolish North Melbourne.
Hey, Carlton demolished. How did North Melbourne get a Friday night game, by the way?
They always, mate. They always
Friday, get like a Easter Friday, so no one's going to be around. So
the Good Friday one, okay.
Well, you know what? North Melbourne were Friday night specialists back in the 90s. That's what they used to play. So
yeah. And I can't eat a hot dog because I've got to eat fish. So
I think this will be a really quick game, but yeah, Carlton are going to win.
Yeah, I think Carlton too, but not 40 plus. I think if North Melbourne get that guy, do you know what his
No, I don't know what David Juniac.
If he can get back in, it's gonna be a lot closer. But is it at Marvel? Is it at Marvel?
Yeah.
At Marvel. Yep.
Yeah, North Melbourne play well at Marvel, so
I think it'll be a decent game.
I don't think it'll be a blowout.
I think it will be a blowout, man. Look at the forward line Carlton got. I can't see North doing anything here, man.
Yeah, I think Carlton as well. Carlton, but I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll be like, maybe the top 5 goals, tops for me. So.
Yep.
All right, the next game is your favourite boys and the guys that I'm wearing right now. Freo, the Crows versus Freo. Ooh. Go the Dockers, come on.
I think Freo can't play well away, and Crows look like they're in form, and we'll go back-to-back wins here. Easy win. We'll probably win by 4 or 5 goals, I reckon.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, I think the Crows have got this one in the bag. I think they're just what I saw of them. I saw them live. They look very good. So if they can replicate that, they'll smash Freo. So
it's an opportunity for the Crows to get with victories. So.
Yeah, Crows for me. The boys are guys saying Crows always winning by 60. GT, Don't At Me, Carlton are simply walking all over North. Free are bending over for the mighty Crows. North have played no one. Okay, so there you go, guys. There you go. All right, the next game is the Tigers. This is an interesting one versus the Dogs. So what do you reckon of this one? I mean, Bulldogs coming off a really good win. Richmond came off a loss against the Pies. This could be 50-50. I'm leaning more to Richmond, I reckon, for me.
Where are they playing? MCG?
G.
At the G.
Yeah, MCG. I think Bulldogs don't play at the MCG as much as Richmond. So, what do you guys reckon?
I have to see the ins and out for this one.
This one's tough.
It is tough.
Richmond. I'm going Richmond.
Yeah.
I think they'll knock over the Bulldogs pretty easy. They're going to be a bit pissed off that they got knocked over by Collingwood last week, and they're going to come out and they play well on the MCG.
Well, look, I've tipped Richmond to win the flag at the start of the year, so
Richmond to win the flag.
got to go Richmond. Yeah, I tipped them before any round started, so stick with Tigers here.
I'm leaning towards Richmond as well, but not by any. Yeah, there's no certainty.
I wish I tipped Collingwood to win the flag, but I didn't. But
oh wait, guys, we have some important mail that just came through. Jimmy T goes, word from the press, a new coach coming in from China for the Power, whose name is Win Wan Sun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to his first Win Wan Sun.
I reckon he'll probably do better than Hinkley, man. Or Hesley.
Yeah.
Hesley.
We're all going to Tigers. There you go.
All right. Richmond win if they drop Taranto. He doesn't like Taranto, so. All right, so the next game is the Saints versus the Suns. I'm pretty sure that's at Marvel as well. I think that's on a would that be on a Saturday afternoon or
Saturday night?
So yeah, Saturday night, St Kilda versus the Suns. I just can't go past St Kilda at the moment at home. I like what the Suns did, but going away playing St Kilda on their deck, I don't think so. So Saints to me.
Top of the ladder for a reason, Saints.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The next game is my beloved Port versus the Swans. It's at the SCG.
I'm going Port. Tipping Port.
Can you stop? Can you stop, man? Please. Don't.
I'm going Sydney. I don't think they played that bad last week. So, yeah, I'll go Sydney at home.
Imagine, like, you pick Port all the time and they just never win.
Imagine that.
That'd be disaster, man.
It would be.
No, I think Sydney's going to win here. I think Port are in trouble this game.
We're in big trouble, mate. Big trouble. I can't see us winning. Sydney for me, but like, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and win this week. So Amanda reckons upset, but
Dreaming.
I don't know. I hope we win, but it's hard to see it. Hard to see it. Next game is this is a tough one. The Bombers versus the Giants.
Jeez.
Sunday. I'll step up and say GWS.
Oh, you're normally a Bombers guy.
Yeah. No.
Say GWS is standing out to me in this game for some reason.
Huh? Yeah. I'm going to go GWS as well, guys. I like the way they play. I think they've got some guns. Tim, what's his name? Toby Green? No, is it Toby Green?
Toby Green.
And
Toby
Tom
Green.
And Tom
Green.
The both of them, they're really good. So I'm going to go GWS. I think they'll be.
Yeah, I'm leaning.
Too strong. Too strong.
I'm leaning with GWS. Well.
Don't have me agrees. GWS win easily. So, Jimmy T goes Lions doesn't coach Saints to be exciting. Was never an exciting style of play. Yeah, true. GWS by 60 points. GT23 far out. Take it easy.
They are playing a pretty good style of footy though. St Kilda. They're not boring when you go watch them.
Anyway, next one is the Eagles versus the Demons. It's in Perth. So it's the last game on Sunday. Oh, not the last game, but on Sunday it's the last game. Oh, you got to go Melbourne, don't you?
You got to.
You have to, don't you?
Yeah, I mean West Coast at home, but Melbourne are just too good.
That'd be the upset of the year so far if West Coast not
get
over
up.
Melbourne.
It'd be a huge upset if West Coast get up.
Wouldn't it?
Huge.
Yeah.
West
Melbourne
Coast, Melbourne for me. Sorry, guys. Had a long day. Melbourne for me. So, all right. Next game is last game of the round.
Monday game.
This game should be a blockbuster, but now it's not. The Cats versus the Hawks on Easter Monday.
I mean, surely they get their first win here, don't they?
Surely. If the Hawks win, it will be like fire Chris Scott. That's what it'll be.
Yeah.
I mean, they got young, pacey players, Hawthorn, but, they don't have good players like Geelong have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Geelong have been shit.
I'll tell you what, if Geelong don't have Cameron in their team, you never know.
He's good for 5 goals, Cameron, so
he's in this game, he'll kick a bag for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
I've tipped along every round so far, and I've got me wrong. You know what I mean?
Maybe this is it, man.
This is the one.
I'm gonna go. Look, for now, I'll go Geelong, but I'll see what the team says. But I'll just say Geelong for now because Hawks are young. But I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all.
Not even, man. Like Hawthorn.
Oh my God.
They beat North Melbourne, but
have Geelong got injuries? They need to rebuild. Too old. Yeah, they do. They do. Anyway, well, guys, I mean that's a wrap for the AFL. That was a hard show to do wearing this, but I did it.
Sure.
And
not sure.
Well done. Never thought I'd see it, but well done.
Thanks, man. You guys are nice guys. But I did it.
We are nice guys.
Now I can give it back to Johnsy. Thanks, Johnsy, for letting me borrow it again. Guys, when shit happens, and it is just a game, but it's more than a game. You know what I mean? It does hurt. So
it's emotional.
It's emotional.
It's a way of life.
You know what it's like. I mean, you know how KP felt when Liverpool beat Man U. That's how I feel right now. So, I think that's worth. I think that's worth today because KP reckons that felt like a 150-point thrashing compared to So
to Liverpool like that was. I didn't want to face the world. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, I didn't want to. Hey, look at me, man.
So, he's facing the world. He's trying to. So.
But guys, look, it was been a good show. Look, before we go, guys, I'm going to say just check out our merch. hfdmerch.myspreadshop.com.au. Got hats, we got mugs, we got jumpers, we got t-shirts, we got everything you want. Go check it out, guys. It helps us out. And also, guys, don't forget the 10K and 10 bets challenge. It's still on. We're going for bet 4, which is going to do it next week or this weekend coming. So make sure you follow us, guys, if you want to make a bit of cash. So we're at bet 4. Even if you haven't done the first 4, you can still join us and win a bit of money if you like. Do gamble responsibly, like Johnny G does.
Well, we did. I didn't like anything on Sunday, so we didn't do any on Sunday. So I'm not sure if we'll kick off on Thursday. We'll wait if we get.
Well, it's all about being patient.
But
as long as
we're good, if we can get one on Thursday. That's it. We were masterminding one for Sunday, but we did decide to pull out. And lucky we did because it would have failed. So there you go. So
yeah.
Patience is the key here, and hopefully we do it.
I have full faith in KP in the jacuzzi, seeing there, and giving out the tips from there. That's what I have faith in. So
Every time we're going to send him to a jacuzzi somewhere with a cigar.
Yeah.
And
that was wild.
Make him do the video.
That's right. But guys, yeah, make sure you follow us there. Look, thanks for coming in, guys. King of the North, you're a legend. Thanks a lot for coming in.
King of the North.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, it was good to have you. Are you going to come back next week?
Yep. I've got to do better than 3. Far out. So
yeah,
we need our Melbourne correspondent.
That's right. I'll give you the inside goss if I hear any. So all good.
Well, thanks for coming in, Johnny G. What can I say, man? You won the bet. Congratulations, and may the best team win next time. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm very, very proud you stuck to your word, and you're an honourable man, and you're wearing the scarf. You did a good job, bro.
I'll wear the Guernsey next time if they win. So
you've earned even more respect.
Huh? I'll wear an Adelaide Crows onesie.
Oh my God! You wear the one with the flap on the.
Well, you know what? Before we go, I was actually scared because last week I said because Don't At Me goes they're going to win by 60 plus points, the Crows, and when they'll start kicking, I was like, because I said if they win by 60 points, I'll get a membership, and I was like, thank God they did it.
Imagine that, Chris, a Crows member.
I'm sure it'll happen one day.
Able to set you back a couple $100.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, look, thanks for coming in, guys. Remember, if you're brand new to the show, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and guys, we'll see you on the next show.
Hit the notification bell.
Yeah, hit the notification bell, and then we'll see you next time. Make sure you do your tipping. Good luck in the tips. Good luck with your team, guys. And remember, stay hunky.
Stay hunky.
I'll put it down. See you later, guys.